Hello.
Hey!
Welcome back to another episode of
From Across the Pond, your favorite podcast.
the final edition of 2020.
Edition?
Episode, special.
Is it a special?
Could it be a New Year's Eve special?
New Year's
Maybe it
Eve
is a special. Who knows?
Happy New Year, everyone, including Ben.
Happy New Year, including you too, I guess.
It's crazy that it's already New Year's Eve.
I know. I mean, in my mind, it's still like March.
I genuinely just don't have any clue how it's December 31st.
It's funny, when we were standing in the queue for Waitrose earlier, the longest queue in the world.
Ever.
I was like thinking back to when we first went in and I was standing outside the queue for Waitrose in like shorts and a t-shirt, getting some sun in lockdown and thinking like, well, this is definitely going to be over any day now. No, we are still queuing to get into places that we'd usually just walk into. How bizarre.
I mean, I'd wait in line for the grocery store today.
Especially Waitrose.
And we did get some really nice coffees on the way to the line for the grocery store today. So.
Yeah. I felt bad for the coffee shop we went into because there's a really good one across the road that's like queuing outside, and this one had no one in it. But the coffee was actually really good.
They're quite new though.
Yeah.
So to be fair, I don't really get too adventurous when I tried coffee places because like I'm not a big coffee fan, but I could feel that I drank coffee after their coffee.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, because normally coffee doesn't do much for me. I think it's my ADD. It just like cancels out any coffee.
Yeah.
But
You
I
were
felt
already
a
amped
little
up.
weird after. Yeah, I was super amped up before I had coffee. I was like dancing in the line for Waitrose, and Ben gets so embarrassed.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Slide to the left. Slide
You need
to the
like
right.
you need a low power mode
Crisscross.
button sometimes.
I was really feeling it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And now I'm feeling it again.
But you're making it seem like there was music. There was no music. There was the music
is
in your
inside of
mind.
me. The music is inside of me.
Yeah. I just look vaguely like I don't know you.
I try and kiss you in the line.
Yeah.
So everyone knows.
Yeah, you don't let me get away with that.
Lol.
Well, so what have we done today? We went to Waitrose.
Well, wait. Nobody cares what we've done all day. Let's just have a quick recap of Christmas, since
Oh,
we can't really
yeah.
ignore the fact that it happened.
Christmas happened. Did Santa give you anything good?
So I think this year I clearly was giving off a vibe to all the people that know us, because I think I got 3 blankets for Christmas. Like 3 cozy blankets to like keep on our massive couch. Which I'm really into right now, because I had like a cuddly blanket on the couch before, and now I have 3.
Yeah.
Or sorry, well, we will have 4, yeah, by the time it's all said and done. So I think you might be able to get some blanket time yourself, pal.
Yeah, I mean, it's a miracle. I'm actually going to be able to have a blanket on the couch. It's usually
I
you
mean-
like hoarding. Although the other day you did have all 3 over you when I came in.
Whatever. I like to be cozy, and we have like the best couch ever for this sort of thing.
Come on, the IKEA, sorting us out with a U-shaped couch.
Whatever.
That's what we need.
Doesn't matter. She's amazing. She's the best thing.
Is it a she? Have you thought it's a she?
Of course it's a she.
Or like a ship?
She's cozy and warm.
Do we have to clink a champagne bottle against her later to christen her?
No, it's a white couch that's seen a lot of wear and tear over the past year.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like a lot of people told us not to get a white couch, and I feel like we proved them all wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there are the odd splotch on it. Bit of tikka masala here, bit of beer stain there. You know.
I have a couple of red wine stains
we're
in
classy
my
people.
corner. Whatever. If anybody knows how to wash an IKEA couch, like, please send us an email
Hit
at
us up.
fromacrossthepondpod@gmail.com.
Nailed it.
We are welcoming your recommendation.
Yeah.
It's one of those like canvasy things. Yeah. It won't fit in our washing machine.
Yeah.
Do we get it dry cleaned? Do they know how to do it? How do
No
we
idea. I don't even know how we take it off.
So, backpedaling for a second, did you get any nice Christmas presents that you're really happy about?
Well, I got this thing you gave me that I'm wearing now, which is like
the best thing ever.
Patagonia fleece that is literally like I'm being like hugged by a cloud at all times, or like wearing a sheep at all times, which, despite my Welsh heritage, I can confirm doesn't get me too overexcited.
No.
But it's very good. I pretty much worn it solid.
To be honest, I'm
What else?
pretty sure that the first place I saw that fleece was on my mom.
Cool.
You're
It's
welcome.
fine. She's good taste.
Got great taste. I'm sure it's a gift from one of my sisters.
Me and Kath.
Hey, Kath.
Rocking the Patagucci.
All right.
And what else did I get?
I taught Ben that word.
Did you? Okay.
Of course I did. Don't ask. You didn't even know Patagonia was before we met.
That's not true.
Yeah, okay.
I think I wore a Patagonia t-shirt on our first date. I remember these things.
You
I'm
didn't
so
even
sweet.
own that t-shirt until after we started dating. Yeah, you did.
I didn't
you
realise.
got it for like Christmas. Yeah.
Didn't realise that you keep such a log on my wardrobe.
I know everything, and I also got you to stop wearing ugly long shorts. So booyah! I've made your life so much better.
I didn't wear long shorts. I wore rolled up shorts.
You wore weird long shorts.
What else? Well, I feel like people obviously know me quite well because I got a range of like rugby stash.
Beth loves stash more
Lions
than anything else.
Lions t-shirt.
Yeah, you and your dad got each other the same thing. That was weird.
It was good.
Like,
Lions
funny.
t-shirts. We're ready for the summer. Hopefully we can be in some sort of pub garden to watch it.
Maybe.
Come on, you Lions. Lions. Anyway.
All right, that's
and
enough.
I got a Highlanders vest. The bloody Highlanders, my New Zealand team.
Yeah, and we're going to...
Otago Highlanders.
We've got to resurrect my bread making hobby, which has kind of been on the back burner for a bit because I got some cool bread making stuff. Part of our afternoon today, can you please stop shaking the whole room? Oh my god, he does this all the time.
Just energized. feeling a vibe.
Stop
Having a coffee.
So
second coffee of the day. Fly me to the moon.
Anyway, some cool bread making stuff. So we are back on the sourdough train, hardcore, which is very exciting.
Oh, very exciting for me. I get to have all this lovely sourdough stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm excited. Although it has been a while. I don't know what's going on with the starter. I pulled it out of the fridge the other day, and I guess I hadn't really given it much attention for a while because it was
bad sourdough mum.
Excuse me.
It's alive, Melissa.
Don't you criticize my parenting skills. I will have none of that from you. So we got some work to do there, but a really cool cookbook. Is it a cookbook? Baking book? I don't know.
Bake book?
Bake book?
Bake book?
Baking book?
Yeah, I guess baking book.
What was that noise? Are you alright?
I was in thought. To be honest with you, I was trying to think if I could think of a good pun and I couldn't. I fired a blank.
Oh god, and I smell like heaven after Christmas. What did your mother give me?
Some sort of lotiony cream thing.
Some sort of lotiony cream thing.
You know, toiletries, girly stuff.
Right, that's pretty sexist. You could use some more toiletry, girly.
I probably could.
No, this great lotion. She had asked me what I wanted, and I was like, genuinely, I don't have a clue. I don't know what happens. There are things I want all year long. It's like that meme I sent you the other day. It's things I want all year long. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I'd love one of those. And then your mom texted me being like, what do you want for Christmas? And I was like,
I don't know.
A jar of pickles? I don't have a clue. What?
Bag of cashews.
Oh, yeah. That was one of the highlights. I don't know why, but cashews are just the best thing ever.
You love a legume. Because it's not my fun fact, but in case anyone doesn't know, cashew nuts, not a nut. A legume.
Kill me.
Yeah. Full of this sort of stuff. It's pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, and now we have so much to look forward to with 2021.
Moving into
tomorrow.
The new year.
Yeah. So, why don't we tell everyone what we're doing for New Year's Eve?
Well.
Wait, hang on. This is our second year in our flat. Last year we moved into this flat on New Year's Eve, exactly a year ago today. So we spent last year, New Year's Eve, sitting on the couch, eating pad thai from the Thai place across the street.
Yeah, they had the best name ever at the time. It was called Fat Boys Thai. They've now rebranded, and it pains me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it does. I miss you, Fat Boys Thai.
You were not a good
Always in my
customer of
memory.
theirs. You never went there. We went there maybe one other time besides that.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Because there's Thai on the Thames down the road. And
there's a lot of Thai competition around.
Yeah. Well, whatever. So this is our second New Year in this flat, which is super exciting and grateful as ever that I don't have to leave the flat. In fact, we're not allowed to leave the flat.
This government restriction is a dream come true. You don't have to go to a New Year's party.
I mean, let's be honest. I don't think I'd be going to New Year's party anyway.
We will sit at home, drink nice wine, and make...
Oh my god. everyone should be really excited for us because we are having tapas night.
Tapas night.
In our house. Yeah, on the couch. Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
So we did this a couple months ago. Actually, it was over the summer.
It was one of the first, like, when lockdown was still quite new, and we were like, we can't
Let's have fun with this.
We can't go on a date night. Why don't we bring the date night to us?
Yeah. So
cool.
Ben's parents gave me a tapas cookbook for my birthday. I think it was last year,
Maybe.
which is in January. If anyone forgot, it's coming up soon, so feel free to get me a present. Anyways, we had gone through this wonderful cookbook and picked out a bunch of delicious things because normally we would have been to Brindisa like 47 times.
Oh my god, we mentioned Brindisa on the pod before. We must have.
But if you live in London, or if you ever visit London, or if you have a mouth with like taste buds, you need to know about Brindisa.
Oh yeah.
It is 100% our favorite place in all of London. They have several locations. Which one's your favorite?
I like the one in South Kent. It's got, especially in the summer, it's got all that outside seating.
I really like the one in Soho. It's quite cute and little. We went there for our first Valentine's Day date.
Yeah. The one in Soho feels more like an actual like Spanish tapas bar.
Romance.
But the one in South Kent is just like great.
Well, there's one in Borough Market, which is not
actually, I lied. That's the one that feels most like a tapas bar. Because you just like, so you're kind of like perched. It's very busy in and out.
You got some lunch in your teeth.
Oh, cool.
It's like really driving me nuts.
Oh,
Lucky
we're on the pod rather than video. Yeah.
But
Face for radio, right?
What about the one in Battersea? Because we went there once, and we went there after I graduated from my mentoring program where I mentored a little boy for like a year, and I was like in tears the whole time. It was so awkward.
Oh, we had a good night though.
We had a great time. I like arrived and I'd been crying for like 15 minutes because as soon as you finish this program, like I could never speak to this child ever again for like the rest of my life, which is just really sad after I've spent like hours every week with him for a whole year.
That's presumably because they don't want the parents to come rely on them.
I mean, that's what I told you, so it's fine. You're a good parent.
I am, yeah. But we went to, arriving for a table for two. After the shock of our arrival, we settled in, and then we went to that like little brewery place.
And we got to use an electric scooter for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
After a couple of drinks, and this wonderful tapas dinner, as Ben said, we went to this other pub, and these guys were at like the table next to us or whatever, and they had one of those electric scooters, and it was like the first time we'd really seen one up close and personal. And I like to talk to strangers, which something like Ben really doesn't appreciate. I love it.
I can take it or leave it. Sometimes if I'm in the mood.
You hate when I do it.
If I'm in the mood, I love a good chat. But sometimes,
but you hate when I do it.
Yeah. Sometimes people really obviously don't want to talk to you.
Whatever, I don't care. They can say that. But anyways, I started chatting with these random strange men, and we got to talking about this scooter, and I think you went for it first.
Well, so can I tell it from my perspective?
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, they had this scooter, and one of them just bought it. It was quite new when there's like electric scooters are just coming out. Like this like kind of like a micro scooter, but with electricity. I think everyone knows what they are. Well, just to make sure they don't think it's like a Vespa or something.
No, stand-up scooter.
And so they were like, I was like, that looks so cool. They were like, do you want to go on it? So I was like, yeah, cool. So I took it out of the pub. And there's a little, like, pedestrianised street just outside it. So I had a little go up and down it. I came back inside, like, that was so much fun. It was so much faster than I thought it was going to. Melissa, you have to have a go.
Obviously, I was going to have a go. I was wearing, like, high-heeled boots and stuff.
And so, my memory of this is you, like, wheeled it out of the...
restaurant? Pub, whatever. Yeah.
And I see you're having a little bit of trouble, like, starting up initially. And you're going quite slowly. And then you kind of potted off out of the windows at the front of this pub. And I was chatting to these guys, and we're just like,
where the hell is she
anything. After all, we're like, where is she? Like, she's still having trouble with it. And basically, as we say that, we see basically you absolutely fly behind them, hair in the wind, million miles an hour. I don't think I was ever going to see you again. I thought you were off.
I'm out of here. Bye, boys.
Yeah.
Aren't you so glad I came back?
Well, yeah, mostly. I'm terribly glad you came back.
It's not funny. Whoa.
Yeah.
So, what are we talking about? Oh, Brindisa, obviously.
Brindisa, yeah.
So, our tapas night is going to be amazing. I got a load of squid from the fishmonger at Waitrose today. He was so nice. He told me I had a great attitude. What else has 2020 given me if not a great attitude? So we got a bunch of squid, so I'm going to make fried calamari. We're going to make croquettes, which is going to be probably the highlight for me.
Yeah,
I just love them.
Love a croquette.
One of the things that we decided to not make ourselves is aioli.
Oh, we had an aioli-related disaster last time.
Hang on. Let's backpedal for a second. Ben and I get along really well. Like, we don't fight very often, but I honestly thought we were going to break up the one time we tried to make aioli, which was during our first tapas night earlier this year.
It was
genuinely, it was a catastrophe, and I think we wasted, like, maybe half a bottle of, like, nice olive oil and, like, at least 5 eggs. And
we had a lot of, like, differing views on whether we did more oil, more egg, less egg white, full egg, and it. And
I think I'm quite handy in the kitchen and not a fucking clue how to make this stuff. It was a disaster.
It was supposed to be the easiest part of the meal, and it was just so bad.
And then Ben starts backseat driving, saying, we're going to fight about it again now.
Yeah.
So anyways,
let's not get into it.
We bought some jarred aioli, and I'm excited to try that.
Yeah. How are you guys working on your relationship? We're buying store-bought sauce.
Yeah, we're not trying to make our own condiments.
Yeah, we've learned. The condiment is not the one. What else are we doing? We've got some artichoke thing, serrano ham.
Yeah, we have a lot of serrano ham. You're doing your stuffed peppers.
Stuffed peppers. I make a mean stuffed pepper.
What are they called again? Explain to everyone what they are.
They're like pimiento peppers.
Sorry, what? How did you say that?
I can't remember that.
Pimiento?
One of those.
Isn't it pimento?
Maybe.
Well, I don't know.
Was that maybe?
Please, if you know how to say this pepper, please call us.
Call in now and correct us.
We're not giving you our phone numbers, but figure it out yourselves.
Yeah, if it's meant
Mom, you've got my number already.
If it's meant to be, you'll guess it. We've got some cannellini beans, lots of garlic, which I think is probably why we love it so much.
God.
We are going to be stinky, Elena.
What did I make the other day?
Garlic bread.
Oh, yeah, we made garlic. I don't know, we were like...
I'm quite surprised the garlic bread was garlicky.
But we were going to bed the other night, and like, I don't know, we were like chatting beforehand, and I just like remember being like, have you even brushed your teeth in it? Yeah, like 3 times. It was just like so gross.
Yeah.
And it's always worse when it's somebody else's breath rather than your own.
Yeah, you were just as bad.
I don't doubt that for a second, because, oh God.
Even after the second, brush of your chomps.
I mean, any recipe that we make, it's like not double the recommended garlic, it's like triple, and it's always delicious. We do a great job, but I don't think your mom would enjoy it.
I think it's one of the things, I think lockdown is saving the local community from our post-dinner garlic breath.
What?
What
what else are we going to do today? I really wanted to go for a walk up to the top of Richmond Hill, but I don't think that's going to happen.
It is bloody Baltic outside.
It's freezing.
It's quite cold in here.
Yeah, why is our house so
I don't think I'm wearing a fleece.
Where? Turn the heat on, Ben.
Turn it on.
We can just light our Christmas tree on fire for some kindling.
Oh yeah, our drying up Christmas tree.
Yeah, so they don't collect Christmas trees here for like recycling purposes, or at least in our neighborhood, until like the first week of January, I think. At which point everyone just dumps them outside on the sidewalk, which is insane to me. That's like the trashiest thing ever. But
well, it is going to the trash.
I think it's going to some like recycling thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But we're at the point where it's so dried up,
chipper.
like it's like no sudden movement near the tree, so we might lose all the needles
in
one go.
If you sneeze in our living room, everything's going to just fall off. We've already got a lot of vacuuming to do. That is ridiculous. Yeah.
Spreading slowly but surely.
Well, we spent a lot of yesterday trying to I spent a lot of yesterday trying to like tidy our house and clean things, and you played video games for about 6 hours.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Good times.
If I'm not going to take the Denver Broncos back to winning the Super Bowl, I don't know who is.
These are the problems we discuss in our house.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Life is tough in our house.
In our house. In our flat. What are you looking forward to in the new year? Are you confident we're gonna
I don't want to
have
talk
a better
about
year?
I mean, everyone keeps saying that it's been such a bad year. And yes, I realize a lot of people have struggled, COVID aside. Let's not even get down that road because I think that's been pretty shitty for a lot of people. But aside from all of that, we've had such a good year.
I think personally we've had a very good year.
Like, everyone's always like, oh, you know, it must be so hard being like, you guys just moved in together like a year ago, blah, blah, right before all this nonsense happened, and blah, blah, like, yo, it must be super tough. I'm like, genuinely, not at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We get along so well. Not that that's interesting for anyone to listen to.
Yeah.
You want to hear about the conflict.
Although to be fair, I said to a friend of mine the other day, I was
You
like,
hate me.
well, no, I feel...
As soon as we're done with lockdown, you're breaking up with me.
Yeah, just went to like and
bummer.
actually go see other people.
That's not funny.
That was a New Year's joke. But I was saying to a friend the other day, I was saying like, actually, I've really not had a bad year, really. But actually, also we probably recognise that we're incredibly lucky at the stage of life we're at. Like we are.
We don't have kids.
Yeah,
which must be so
have
much more difficult.
We both are like established careers. We kept our jobs. So not a risk. We weren't at risk of like losing our jobs.
Knock on wood.
Yet. Yeah, we've been very fortunate to keep our jobs. We don't have really any responsibilities apart from each other. And yeah, so I think we've been very fortunate. I think
I don't know.
We should probably recognise that it's easy.
If we had a dog this year, it probably would have been way better.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, we probably
that's the kind of responsibility we need to have.
Yeah. But like we're probably at the sweet spot in terms of like I know a lot of people have been affected a lot worse.
Of course, and that's what I'm saying. Like COVID aside, we've had like a really good year, and like let's not trivialize any of that. Like, come on, let's not go down that road, because that has been. Well, it's been what it's been.
Yeah.
Let's not go there.
But yeah, I think I'm relatively optimistic about 2021. I feel like...
Yeah, I'm pumped. I think, actually, here's an interesting thing. I love making New Year's resolutions. I like making goals. I like having plans, blah, blah, blah. But I was listening to a podcast the other day, and this lady was talking all about how she doesn't like to make goals. She likes to, like, set intentions, but, like, the problem with goals for her is that when you set goals, a lot of the time they're, like, subject to external influence. So, like, you don't necessarily have control over them, and then if you don't achieve one of your goals, you feel really bad about yourself or about the situation. And I was like, oh my god, this all makes so much sense.
Well, to be fair, I think all of our goals for 2020 got derailed by external influence.
I don't know. I still got a lot of, like, my New Year's resolutions done. Yeah. I don't want to get through, like, what exactly they were.
What were your highlights of 2020? Give me 3 highlights.
Ben, what? This is a tough one. Highlights of 2020.
I can go.
Okay.
And then I'll come back to you.
I wasn't going to ask you, but sure.
No, I feel like actually for a year we weren't allowed to do much. We did do quite a lot of good stuff. When we were out of peak lockdown, when we had our little Devon trip, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Went down to the south coast. Yeah. Explored a new part of the world. That was nice.
Great. Met a cool dog.
Called Gilbert.
Two cool dogs.
Played a lot with that dog. He was great. I really enjoyed Something Without You. I feel like it should be one thing without each other.
Something Without Me.
Well, no, when I did the Yorkshire Three Peaks with the boys, that was really good fun. When we were out of lockdown, we went up to Yorkshire and
without you.
did a big walk. It was like a 10-hour walk.
Third thing.
I think it's quite an obvious one. Moving in with you, dear.
That was last year. That's
it was
a load of shit.
I think we really established it this year, didn't we? We moved in on New Year's Eve. I'm gonna call it this year.
Now I've made this house a home.
It is a home.
I so have. I bought us a tablecloth and baskets.
Baskets. What makes any house a home? Mainly baskets.
Alright, so my 3 things this year that I'm especially proud of, is that what it is?
Well, just highlights.
Highlights.
What have you enjoyed?
Highlights.
Doesn't need to be an exhaustive list.
Just sip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm gonna burp. Excuse me. Highlights for me. January, we went to Stockholm for.
Oh yeah.
Shush. For a day, which sounds very horrible, and I don't want to hear it. Don't give me any bad feedback for this. But we went to Stockholm for a day so that I could go to 30 countries before I turned 30, which is last January. So I did it, and what a freaking finish, because if we had waited, or my birthday had been in like April or something, not a chance.
Yeah, photo finish.
Oh gosh, yeah. And it was actually a really great trip. We had a great time, really fun.
Yeah.
Grand day.
We had a great meal, didn't we?
Where did we go? It was
the Hairy Pig. If you're ever in Stockholm, check out the Hairy Pig.
We had reindeer croquettes or something.
Oh yeah.
Like
3 different types of pork hot dogs. Oh.
Pork hot dogs.
Yeah, they were little
pork hot dogs,
sausages in buns. What else
do you call
it?
I don't know. I feel like it's not a hot dog if it's not like mystery pig meat.
Tepid dogs.
Whatever. Anyways, okay, so my second highlight of the year obviously has been my bread baking extravaganza. Actually, really the bagel making I think is quite fun. Really enjoy that. And my third one is going to be so cheesy. It has nothing to do with you. But I went to therapy this year, and I had the best therapist ever, and I think every single person in the world needs to go to therapy, even if you don't think you have any issues. Get a fucking therapist. It will make your life way better.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you agree? Joe is like the best thing to happen to me this year.
Yeah.
Miss you, Joe. Come back.
If she's out here,
if you're listening,
listen to the podcast,
I love you.
analyzing us.
Whatever. No, she's like the least judgy person ever. I told her about the podcast because we started it like right around the time that we like ran out of sessions. Yeah. Love it. Cool. I need more therapy, in fact. Please. Lol. I hope this is recording. I think it is. Yeah, it is. I was like, oh shit.
Well, that'll be
pretty
we've just been chatting for ages.
Yeah.
And no one will ever hear it.
So what are you looking to continue into next year? Do you have anything?
Actually, I think a highlight that has kind of flown under the radar a bit is I feel like I'm in much better shape this year.
But that's something you can take into the new year.
And so I feel like just a virtue of lockdown, I like started working out from home a lot more and actually realised, well, I thought I went to the gym a lot. I didn't actually go to the gym very much at all.
No, you didn't. You never
I was probably going to the gym like once a week if I was lucky.
Once a week.
I'm like, feeling much better about myself. Want to like step that up even more in 2021.
Dang, homie.
Yeah, get in shape. And also because as a drama, for anyone who doesn't know, I damaged a disc in my back last year, which was horrible. I basically couldn't I could either stand or lie down and nothing in between for about 3 weeks, and then I was still barely do it.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was last year. I feel like ages ago, doesn't it? But I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. Anyway, and because of that, I had to obviously that was the final nail in the coffin of me actually playing full contact rugby, so I can play touch. But it means my whole attitude to fitness has changed because obviously I used to be like, right, go lift heavy weight, get bigger, play rugby, and now it's like, well, there's no point in me doing that.
You're just a lima bean.
Yeah, so I'm just different goals, fit for life, as my chiropractor told me to be.
Giles, what's up, Giles?
What's up, Giles? Great chiropractor.
I wouldn't say I'm in the best shape I've ever been in, but I'm definitely gonna keep doing Joe Wicks. I think I'm going to kind of restart the second cycle tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, but whatever. First couple days of Jan. That'll be nice.
We nearly went a podcast without mentioning Joe Wicks, but I'm glad we didn't.
I didn't say his name. You said it.
Didn't you?
No, I said the plan.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just hear him.
Did I say it? I don't know. Maybe I said it. Whatever.
I'm
pumped. I love Joe Wicks. I can't wait to keep doing the plan.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get the app. Who knows? When I finish, we'll see.
What else are you planning to do?
I don't know. I feel like the last couple of weeks, maybe the last couple of months, I've been more, what's the word? I don't know. I've been really a lot better about getting rid of stuff I don't need, letting things go.
What's the name of that woman who sacks stuff off?
Oh, well, she doesn't sack things off. You're thinking of Marie Kondo.
Yeah, I am.
No,
the one who's nah, get it out there. I've never watched her, I've just heard about it.
Oh my god, that's the best show to watch when you're cleaning, because you're just get rid of everything.
But I like my things. Yeah,
but exactly, so do I, and I wouldn't say I'm a hoarder, but I hold on to things for a lot longer than I need to. So I made a big, I gave away 3 bags of clothes a couple weeks ago, got rid of a lot of just random, I wouldn't call it trash, but just threw out a lot of stuff I don't need. Tried to list half my wardrobe for sale on the internet. I had one guy message me about something and then he disappeared because he was a weird shoe foot man.
Oh yeah, that was odd.
Yeah, he sent me a bunch of weird messages being have you worn these shoes? What have you used them for? Wasn't he
I only bought, I want to make sure because I only buy pre-worn shoes.
Well, they were very clearly used shoes. They were still in good shape, but it was weird. And I was he's gonna buy them. Can I meet him outside? It's can you do it for me, Ben? And then he just disappeared and blocked me. So I don't know. Maybe it was a joke, but it was really weird.
Yeah. Do you think if I turned up with the shoes, he'd be really disappointed?
Probably.
He'd be and I could pretend they're my shoes, then he'd be creeped out.
I bought these from somebody else. I passed them on to
They're
you.
third hand.
I mean, I'm not here to judge. If you're into feet, go for it.
Yeah,
but
why not?
don't yank my chain and drag me around on Facebook Marketplace trying to buy my shoes and then disappear.
Also, I feel like if you're into foot fetish, you should be able to put a premium on the shoes.
To be honest, I saw that in one of the running groups that I'm in on Facebook. Like, people talking about selling running shoes and, like, getting similar weird responses. And, like, actually, apparently on
Hike
eBay.
that price.
I'm
Hike
not
that price.
going on eBay. That's just too much effort. Just wanted them out of the house. But whatever. Just stuff to get rid of. I think that's a good thing. I need to do that also, like, emotionally, like, not holding grudges against people, let things go. Being nicer to myself, which is something Joe kept telling me. Like, I have to stop being so mean to myself, so hard on myself. Yeah. Super deep for the podcast, but you're welcome, everyone. Podcast.
We're getting deep on the special edition. Maybe it is a special edition. Who knows? What I want to do, I want to keep doing. I feel like one of the good things about lockdown is it's meant there's been like longer evenings without my commute, and that's made me do.
You just spend more time thinking about how much you love me. No, all we do is watch TV. We're so lazy.
Well, we do a podcast, but I do more things like this. My rugby newsletter, so I want to keep that up. Actually, no, that's my thing for 2021. I need to finish the book that I started writing in lockdown and have lost all momentum with.
Yeah.
Chapter 5 and out right now, so I need to restart doing that. And crack it on. That's if you're still listening to the pod a year on. Firstly, you are a trooper, and I want to hear from you in a year's time if I still haven't finished my book, or if I just stop mentioning it. I want to be held accountable on this. Ping us a message. And just get as aggressive as you like. Yeah.
Watch out. You're getting some shouty messages.
I am getting shouty messages. So yeah, finished my book.
That kind of reminds me. I have to finish that application for that Viking show.
Oh yeah, you want to go on the Viking show?
Yeah. So there is apparently I'm in like this an American expat group on Facebook, and some guy I love Facebook group. It's a new thing. That was a 2020 thing. But anyways, some guy posted in there like a while ago being like, oh, I'm casting for Americans, like North Americans living in the UK, like we're doing this Viking show where you live as a Viking for like 6 weeks, and I was like, oh my god, this is so far up my alley.
Didn't the trailer have that bloke from Game of Thrones in it? Like Tormund, what's his face, with a big ginger beard?
Yeah, and I would be so good at this, but like the questions they ask are kind of ridiculous. It's like, what's been your most like defining moment of your life? Like, what's the biggest challenge you've ever gone through? Like, what? Like depression? That's been fun. Like anxiety? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
I don't think
is that what the Vikings went through?
Yeah, but like I don't know.
What's been the biggest challenge? Oh, I'm always out raiding and pillaging and.
Yeah, I don't know. I like started working on my answers yesterday, and now I have to make sure that I find like am I going straight funny, or am I like?
I don't think they want funny.
I'm fucking hilarious.
Well, we'll let the listeners decide that.
Well, whatever. That would be so great. What would you do if I was on a Viking show for 6 weeks or whatever it is? What would you do by yourself? You would be on Madden 24/7.
Yeah, my Madden career would go through the roof. And by career, I mean the career on the thing, not my actual career. My franchise mode.
I mean,
yeah.
Dude, I would be so good at being a Viking. I would be so good. I love this sort of thing.
Well, they might make you kill some animals.
Right. Well,
for food. I'm
cool. I don't mind fish. Fish I could do.
What if it was like a deer?
I would not feel great about that, but...
Oh, dear.
It's not funny. It's not funny. I don't know. I feel like I would probably be able to do it. I wouldn't be happy about it, but... if it meant I would win and destroy other people, then probably.
It'd be a slightly mopey Viking for about an hour.
It'd be the mopiest. I'd be so upset. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, you could build a boat.
I could build a boat.
Row said boat.
I could row a boat, yeah.
Get in fights.
Probably.
Yeah, get you an axe.
Definitely.
Yeah, be cool. You could wear a
pelt of some sort.
A helmet with horns. No, you couldn't, because I never did that. Inaccurate.
Okay,
made up.
Nobody cares. That's annoying. Why are you ruining everyone's Viking fantasies?
Because it is so much more fun when we're historically accurate. Yay!
Do you see what I'm dealing with, everyone? Do you see? Do you see?
Do you have anything else you want to talk about for New Year?
You said you wanted to talk about differences between US, UK New Year's, and I was like, not this year. I don't know what they're doing. I'm curious. I've got to ask my sister, are they doing the Times Square thing or what?
Have you ever been to that?
No. I went to New York like 1 year for New Year's. I went to like this really awful like EDM kind of concert thing because my friends wanted to go.
I
I'm like, I'm
cannot
not
imagine
into
you
that.
at an EDM.
It was awful. Like, first of all, I hate clubs. Second of all, I hate loud music. Third of all, like, just not my thing.
Going out on New Year's Eve.
Awful.
Is the worst thing. Yeah, much better to have like a dinner party or a house party or
I'd just
something.
rather be in my pajamas. Actually, are we going to dress up tonight or not?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah, we'll see. But like, I mean, yeah, not going out on New Year's is always overrated. The only good night out I've ever had on New Year's was when we had like a reunion from some of my school friends in Bath, and we went to Comedia, which is like a club that does like throwback swing music and stuff like that, and that was a good laugh. But like, yeah, going out on New Year's Eve, rubbish. Just get around someone's house.
It's always so expensive.
Get a load of booze in, have a good time, sing Old Lang Syne.
You keep saying that. It's weird. Stop.
What, do you not
said it to my mom earlier.
Do you
and I
not
was like,
do you not sing Old Lang Syne in America?
Ben, I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know what? Okay, we found a difference.
Is it the one I think it is? The really annoying one
when
that I
you
don't know.
when you cross your hands over and you're for Old Lang Syne.
That's in the Sex and the City movie. Yeah. I'm not
it's
into
Scottish,
that.
isn't it?
What's in the Sex and the City?
Is it Rabbie Burns?
It's in the Sex and the City movie, so it can't be that British.
Well, no,
it's Scottish.
Well, yeah, but it would still be written by
Rabbie
Burns from Scotland originally.
So that's our highlight, and then tomorrow we don't have any big plans until 4:30, where I just throw you at tennis.
Tennis grudge match. We'll come back to you on the next pod with the winner and the exact score. Well,
this is going to be our new. I think we're probably stealing this from my mom because I'm sure she does this. But we're going to start playing tennis on New Year's Day.
Do you back yourself?
Dude, 100,000%. The last time I played tennis, I broke my toe in half like 2 hours before, and I still crushed you.
You did not win.
I did not win.
The time before that.
But I couldn't walk. I genuinely couldn't walk for like a month after that. So I was like, oh no, it's fine. It's just like painful because it just happened. No. I genuinely could not walk for a month after that. And we went to the doctor 2 weeks after it happened, after I'd been like hobbling around like a disaster. And I had to go to the hospital, and you couldn't come in because of COVID. But the adorable human who did my x-ray, I've been to the hospital 3 times this year.
None of it COVID related.
Thank God. Yeah. But anyways, this adorable little x-ray man who did it for me, he's, how the hell did you do this? I cracked it entirely in half in 2 places. It was pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
It was impressive. He was really impressed, and he had a good laugh about it. And I said, Can I take a photo of that?
It took ages to heal, didn't it?
It took forever. But whatever, it's fine. It's all better now. It doesn't look weird.
Doesn't it? Well, it was like a David Beckham free kick at one point, like swerving off.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It was like hanging off to the side.
Had a bit of swaz on it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for healing, Toe. I'm be proud of you.
Yeah. So, do you have a New Year's fun fact for us?
It's not a New Year's fun fact. I was going to do a New Year's fun fact, but I'm going to stick with my London fun facts.
Well, I've got a New Year's one, so shall I go first while we're on New Year's?
No, let's end on New Year's.
Okay.
So, this is because I know there's a lot of gin chat amongst your family over the Christmas period.
Yeah.
Because I think your parents got some from your aunt and uncle or something. I don't know, you guys, I felt like you guys were talking about it.
Not gin chat. They like a prude and a G&T.
I don't really like gin at all. I think it's kind of gross, but whatever. Anyways, fun fact is that between 1720 and 1751, London went through a period which was called
I don't know.
The gin craze. Do you want to know what the average consumption of gin per person in London was, including children, every week? What do you think it was? How much?
So wait, how much? What's
gin?
The measurement? We're talking units. We're talking milliliters.
Figure out a unit that you're happy with.
Cups, shots, pints of gin. Okay.
Per person, including children.
I don't know. Maybe like if it's a craze, I imagine it must be quite a big number. Like I don't know, 5 pints of gin a week.
5 pints of gin? Are you crazy? Like a 4-year-old?
No, but average. So some people are having like 10.
4-year-old drinking 10 pints of gin.
A week, you know.
No, it was 2 pints of gin, which is insane.
That is crazy.
That's so much. Apparently everyone was just like constantly drunk, and like it was a big problem the moral authorities in the city were not happy.
Well, it was weird because like back to like medieval times, like everyone must have been constantly a little bit pissed as well because the only safe thing to drink was alcohol because they couldn't purify water.
Thank you. I know.
So like, imagine like with all your big like nightly battles, everyone is like just a little bit pissed for it.
I just find that crazy. Where did I read this the other day? Speaking of battles, from old-timey battles, isn't it weird they used to have drummers? Like,
yeah. It sucked to be the drummer.
No, because it's just like, blah, 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 we're just going to play a song before you kill each other.
No, but then you're like stuck in the middle of it.
Whatever.
It's like the worst job ever to have in many of it was the people who like held the flags because you had to like follow around the leader or the king or the captain or whatever.
No, thank you.
But you couldn't do anything, just hold the flag.
Nah.
That sucked.
Alright, what's your fun fact?
Do you want to know, this is not my fun fact, I've got a different one, but while we're on this subject,
another fun fact.
I learned something quite fun the other day, which was, again, we're going on the history route. It's always more fun when you're historically accurate, which is, you always get those, like, tales of, like, unstoppable knights wading through men-at-arms and stuff like that in, like, historical battles, and, like, if you look at, like, historical films, it's always, like, heroic knights who are so much better than, like, everyone else in the field. And I always assumed that was, like, massively overestimated, right? And, like, actually, as we know, doesn't matter if you're noble-born or if you're usual, like, it wouldn't really matter in a fight. Turns out it did way more than you would think.
What do you mean?
And actually, people who were, like, noblemen or, like, knights would actually be considerably quite a lot bigger than...
Why? Because they were, like, fed properly?
Yeah, because they ate meat all the time, and if you were, like, a peasant, you wouldn't have access to that. So if you were just, like, in the riffraff of the army, you would be, like... You would be, like, noticeably smaller than the knights in terms of stature, because that would also, like, generations of people eating good meat.
I'm just thinking of Jaime Lannister.
Yeah, so it would be like...
all that meat he was eating.
Yeah, so it's...
that's historically
So
accurate.
I'm sure a lot of stuff still is very over-egged, but actually, like, the gentry would have actually been amazingly better fighters than...
Hang on, here's a Oh, it is Thursday. I was going to say here's a TBT for you. One of the other highlights of this year was we watched Game of Thrones, start to finish, for the first time ever for me. And that was... I had always said, like, oh, I'm not into all this, like, dragons and shit. And actually, I loved it. And as soon as we finished watching it, I felt like I had lost, like, a friend or something. It was really, like, quite devastating for me, and I've only just stopped feeling that, like, within the last probably month or two.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I was, like, upset about it.
Just sitting around, like, I wonder what Bran's doing now.
No, Bran is the worst character in the entire show.
Yeah, he sucks.
I mean, that's a hill I'm willing to die on.
He did nothing.
He's the worst.
He has so much.
Creepy.
He has so much build up to not help in any way.
He's just kind of a little brat. No, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, okay. What's your actual?
So
fact?
my
just
New
Year's
like
3 facts.
My New Year's fact is I was reading that this is an American-based fact. Okay. Apparently, in America, 48% of people don't count down at midnight. They count down at 9 p.m. because they've got young kids.
Go to bed. Yeah, I've seen that.
Which is weird to me because that was like growing up, that was the whole excitement of New Year's Eve, that you got to stay up till midnight.
When's the first New Year's Eve that you remember staying up for?
Might have been the millennium.
I was going to say, that's
when I was about 7, I think.
The only one I really remember is because my mom and I, and maybe, I don't think either of my sisters were there, but we sat on the roof of, like, our house. And I don't know. I don't think there were fireworks or anything, but I just remember, like, that's all I remember.
My abiding memory of that New Year was as midnight struck, we went outside and lit some fireworks down at my cousin's house down in the countryside. And my cousin Tom, who was a couple years older, so must have been like 9, 10 maybe, had been like dressed up really smartly in like a little like tux and stuff like that.
As
and
a 10-year-old?
Like, yeah, like them in effort. Anyway, he said he was going to do a magic trick and made us all walk over towards him, and he was standing by the edge of the pool.
Yeah.
And he got out these cards and did like 2 various things, and then he was like, "Is this your card?" and backflipped into the pool. And I don't think his parents were very happy with him. In his suit.
It was intentional.
Yeah, that was his trick, backflipping into the pool. But he did it
quite the trick.
At midnight in dark in January.
I mean,
in a suit.
That's going to weigh you down.
Yeah.
That's not very...
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of fun.
It was fun.
Were there any adults around?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
okay.
This is all he gathered everyone for
Okay,
this.
good. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was
like,
like you and the other
there
kids.
were like 3 sets of adults, 3 sets of kids, grandparents, the
Okay.
whole great uncles.
All right. I was gonna say
The
like,
whole shebang
if
was
it was
there.
just the kids, that's shame on you, Tom. Otherwise, actually, that's quite funny.
Yeah.
As long as he was able to swim his way to safety.
He was able to swim to safety. I think if I can remember correctly, he did it into the shallow end. So
That's good.
you know, good for him.
Good work. Do you have a joke of the day?
I do.
I thought you were going to say you didn't have a joke of the day, and I was about to LOL forever.
Oh, come on. I mean, I always have a joke of the day. And it's also going to be New Year's themed. It's going to be a bit of a shorter one this time, because it's been a longer podcast.
Okay.
So, did you hear about the iPhone and the firework who were arrested on New Year's Eve?
The iPhone and the firework?
Who were arrested on New Year's Eve. One was charged, the other was let off.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year,
I hope
guys
2021
and gals
is the
everyone
best
else.
year ever for everybody.
Have a fantastic time.
There's enough to go around.
From us at From Across the Pond, signing off for 2020.
Peace out, everybody. Bye.